Uh, ¿Qué decía? Ya, loco, ¿qué hacemos? Gastamos resina y eso, gastamos resina. Ya, gastamos ver qué hacemos. Pa pam, pa pam, turu, tu, tum. Chuta, se me murieron, desde el último se me murieron todos los personajes. Chuta, me voy a ir acá a curarlo. Pum. Soy un aficionado al oso, loco. Estoy tocando cada rato con mis manos algo. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Hacemos esta? ¿Hacemos esta misión? Que no se apareció de repente para hacerla. El tiempo limitado, así que. Para papam. Turututum. Lucho. Ah, Lucho. Se murió. Intentaron, ok. A ver, ¿dónde tengo que ir? Ahí ya. Sí, mira, yo tenía una idea hace un rato que quería hacer, no sé, directo desde la PC. O sea, tipo, jugar, no sé, al osu. O cualquier cosa que sea en la PC. No sé, reaccionar a algo, no sé, un directo, no cacho. Y no sé, estaría piola, no sé. Es como para ver, para intentarlo. Que no tengo mucha variedad en la Play. Ya hemos jugado casi todo. Y además lo que subo es lo que te gusta. Soy medio pavo, no puedo haber teletransportado. Vale.
Looks like Timaeus isn't here to...
No, sacaros.
Customers? Oh, pardon me. Are you... No, just straight... I see. He was called away by Albedo a little while ago. I'm Sucrose, Albedo's assistant. If you have any alchemy-related queries, you could always ask me. I do my best to help. My apologies. I
Claro, a mí
don't
me
get out too
impresiona,
often. I'm
por
usually in the
ejemplo, el audio
laboratory,
tipo
where
del
there aren't
Genshin,
many
¿no?
others to talk to. If you need any help, just call... Thanks. No worries. We're all... Hey, aren't you the legendary
Cacha que yo
traveler?
le tengo en, no
I've
sé,
heard so
en
many
voz de
stories about you.
inglés en vez de japonés,
Always wanted an
porque como
opportunity to
muy,
research you up close.
no sé, la japonés muy...
What do you mean, research? Sorry. Still. There's that name again. Albedo. Is he also an alchemist in Mondstadt? Apologies. I never... But... Yes. He's dedicated. You often get alchemists coming to Mondstadt from all over Teyvat. Wow. I didn't know he was such a big deal. Still, it seems that... I'm sure that Albedo would love to hear about your incredible exploits. I know it would bring him lots of new Albedo is a true gentleman. He'll be sure to pay you back in equal measure. I don't see why not. Albedo and Timaeus, I'm afraid you'll have to go to the end. Sorry. Hey, stop worrying.
Dale, ¿para dónde hay que ir ahora?
Sucrose is a whole lot less nervous when she gets talking
Vamos a
about
cambiarme el
alcohol.
equipo. Aquí.
Chivalry will never die.
Y... aquí. Oh.
I can do it.
Ay, no cacho, si me con los pechos. Así están los personajes curados. Listo.
Sister Rosaria, so here you are. Choir practice is about.
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important.
But this event has commemorative significance.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the...
I mean...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you...
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out... Who knows? Maybe this is some...
Huh? Well,
Evidence decides what Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. But if you dally any longer, you really...
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going. Seems like that's it.
I thought I heard something. Who are you?
We better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where. And you think...
Wait, she heard that? Paimon was whispering.
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... the honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested...
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't
That doesn't sound right.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
Ah, no sé, yo no escuché la historia.
If it's him you're after, I made a point of noting his... Many people have made their way up after the snowstorm.
So, are you...
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never... I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
Ojalá que la misión no esté tan difícil, no sé, en nivel 80.
They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Yo te digo, ¿cómo la paso saltando? Ahí empezamos, tío. Bueno, tira el oso. Acércate, 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 hombre. Bueno.
No, my sword! Odds revealed! Stand clear! Nice and spicy!
Listo.
What a bountiful harvest!
Está vivo, what? Ahí se murió. Está vivo. Ya llegó por donde. Aquí hay unos locos. No quiero
You
venir.
know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Verdad.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave
Ah,
the
me perdí,
scene
¿dónde
without a
está?
trace.
Chuta, me lo tengo que enfrentar a todos.
Why is Paimon a criminal in your example? By royal decree, animal hypostasis emulation. Don't break my
Ay.
glasses.
Rain cutter! No, my sword!
Ah, surprise him. Into the fire. Absorption test.
No se muere, no se muere, no se muere.
Get them.
Ahí se murió. ¿Viste cómo lo mato? Con el escudo. Uy. Ahí. Uy, casi me.
Stand clear.
Ahí.
At the frying pan, into the fire.
Pucha. No termina nunca. Me carga pelear con estos locos que son terrible grandes, ¿no? ¿Y cómo los mato? O sea, ¿cómo le quito el escudo? ¿Con eléctrico? ¿Con fuego? ¿O qué? ¿O le quito herida con fuego? Porque no hace reacción, pues.
Nice and spicy.
Ah, no, pues le quito vida, sí. Va.
Animal test 63. No, my sword. At the frying pan, Oz, reveal thyself. Stand clear.
Send this quickly.
Nice and spicy.
No se muere.
By royal decree.
I guess this is it.
No se moría.
What trinkets lie veiled within this desolate
Shit.
plain? It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Estoy más perdido.
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than I
Pero si dice que se fue para acá. Tengo que ir derecho entonces. Ah, es verdad. No veo ni uno, voy a echar para la huella. Vamos a sacarnos el frío con esta cuestión. Ah, quiero toser. Para acá. Ah, tengo que enfrentarme de nuevo. Ah, no.
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good.
But can't he see those hilly churros? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh.
Ah, tengo que
Looks
enfrentarme
like
yo,
we
me
startled them.
Cacho.
Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
Uy.
Nice and spicy.
Ya los mato con la misma extra. ¿No? Listo. ¿Y eso fue todo, no? Ah, no, está bien. Ahí está.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank the gods I'd already completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly churls unfinished.
What's up with painting hilly churros? What makes...
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
No entendí. ¿Qué? No, no entiendo el dibujo.
Wow. Look at the detail.
You can find these hilly churls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and the cyclical lives of such primitive communities. Such unique attributes are an indication of...
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for it. We found your man. I'm headed back.
La loca la resumió toda.
What? Don't you have any questions? What a...
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have... But back to the point. From her words, it seems... I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the... I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came... Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research... Forgive me. This must be confusing.
Whoa. You wanna...
You're right. Giving a demonstration... For example, awakening life. Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about, it's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much...
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the but you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you...
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
It's possible. But I will do everything in my control. Time for a change of surroundings.
Bueno, comenzamos terrible rápido. ¿Qué? ¿No se había ido?
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to monsters?
De grabando. 184 metros. Ah, bueno, la hacemos caminando. Te estáis preguntando quiénes son los personajes y qué hace tal cosa, tal. No cacho tampoco ya. Uy, ¿qué? ¿Qué hay un cofre acá? Ah, mira, abrí por... Ah, el cofre. Ah, bueno.
Excellent.
¿Verdad? Porque yo estaba haciendo el cosito y no me di cuenta cuando vi el cofre.
Body and mind.
Vamos a ignorar todo esto. No saco nada de pelear acá. Vamos a tirar esto para que se entretenga un rato.
Paimon has a question. After the seed spread...
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would, after awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little...
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit...
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. How you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Fascinating. And this...
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon!
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you. Oh, that rules out that possibility. But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick. Or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards.
Hey! How would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your... Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in the research, it seems that only experimentation will... Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able. Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 oceanids.
No, loco. Loco. La oceanida es un jefe de este juego que te juro que odio. Y yo creo que casi todos los jugadores del Genshin lo odian. Es como una hada de agua que crea como animales de agua. Y esos animales te quitan toda la vida. Un golpe que te peguen te quita todo. Y más encima son como 4 oleadas de esos locos. Y los animales que más odio son esos 3 pájaros que salen. Esas cuestiones. Sí o sí necesitáis un loco que tenga arco para matarlo. Y si te lo mata, jodiste. Es como, muy penca.
Slimes! Slimes are fine!
Well, prepare yourself.
Pero son de fuego. Ya, vamos.
Boba, get them!
Chuta. Uy. Uy.
Nice and spicy!
Ay, pero este no se muere, ¿por qué cuestión? ¿Cayote ese no se murió? Ese le pegaba, no se moría. No se muy bien.
Out of the frying pan! By royal decree!
Ahí se murió. Voy a tomar cariño.
Boba, get them!
El personaje se va a morir.
Now I'm really in a pickle! Out of the frying pan, into the fire! Race you! Boba, get them! No, my sword! Nice and spicy!
La cuestión de morosa.
Boba, get them!
Great work. If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready. Excellent. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test.
Internal flow?
It's very simple. I can use if the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Sounds
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasy.
And in the abnormal course?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary. Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved, just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad. Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a. It's a type of ore known as star silver. But I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star. All going to plan.
Paimon's still got a few safety Let's keep our eye.
Catalizadores. No, porque voy a poner un personaje. Ya pasé.
Nice and spicy.
Pucha, me llevo.
Oz, reveal thyself. Out of the frying pan, into Nice and spicy. By royal decree.
Que cargan estos locos que no se mueren.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Race you.
No sé.
Nice and spicy.
Chuta. Chuta, 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 chuta. El hielo.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Stand clear. Oh, it's revealed.
No, my sword! Time to act.
Ah, me enredo. ¿Pero dónde tengo que buscarlos? ¿Por acá las cuestiones de catalizadores? Ah, son estos. Vale.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes.
Cachado.
This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck.
Listo.
This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Loco, ¿cómo camina tan rápido? Va a llegar tan lejos. Una, dos.
Body and mind.
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the... While we are waiting, have a look over here. My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may...
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment.
Whoa! Look at all the data. You can...
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship. Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either. Following this line of thought, I'm sure we'll be...
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, a cryoregisvine or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between... In that sense, things might get
yes, sir.
After all, we've got our primary data already. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this...
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more. I'll be
Great. I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll... In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Ah, la tengo que tomar desde acá al tiro. Listo.
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face. You said you tried some already. You sure it was...
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. This potion channels elemental power into the body. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drink some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig. But of course, you're my assistant. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned...
Aw, Paimon wanted something cool.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of... People are the same. They can understand, empathize. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something... But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for... For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine, or an eye... To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me. But starting with the premise of an
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter.
You can count on me, sir.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He started... what Paimon meant to say what...
Before we can proceed with our research, if you're interested, why not have a look around?
Ya creo que sí. Rápido. Listo.
Time to act.
Vamos a hacer esto rápido, ¿no?
Here comes Albedo! Let's go see him!
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting? Not to worry. They're all for alchemical purposes. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between... Take Tevat, for example. Here, but worlds may well exist where only... So, leaving elements to one side. I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, no. Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it. That was your best effort?
What's with the disappointment?
Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for... I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even... Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine...
Cooking?
Not only is this recipe a staple...
Paimon, but that does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the... If there's anything left over...
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the
No, vamos a
food?
cocinarlo acá.
Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get
Descansa el
these
tío con
ideas from?
mantequilla. Vale. Listo. ¿Qué me falta? Uch, necesito azúcar, no tengo azúcar.
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
No tengo azúcar, esto quiero comprar. Siempre me falta algo para cocinar, ¿no? Siempre, ¿no? Encima no hay que comprarlo por acá. Está vivo. El Lucho está vivo.
Only when it snows like this would I prefer to be at home than in a bookstore. For there is a well-stocked fireplace at home, while there is no fire allowed in bookstores.
That was fast.
Ah, verdad, pues no tengo el pescado todavía.
Body and mind.
Iba a entregárselo ya. Me salieron dos.
Time to act.
That was.
Listo.
An average outcome experimentally, but as far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems unless. Could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to...
Not to worry. And here's your portion.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things...
Hey! You were being nuts. But you do have tasty recipes, so... And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. There are all manner of alchemical items here. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to...
Don't worry if you can't locate. If you had, I must have...
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh, yeah!
A ver qué necesito. Ah, pero necesito buscarlos para acá. Ok.
This must be electrohypostasis powder.
Está el otro.
The extract of an animal crystal fly can only be animal elemental.
Goodness. I'm wondering... This element...
Yep. Guess it does sort of count.
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit.
You mean, we failed it?
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. I have to commend your deduction that the items would contain... Right then. Up until now, our research has focused... In essence, looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jumped from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there. So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into a million fragments? Then I shouldn't get too excited. I know of a location that will be perfect for a...
Still in one piece. Good thing the vial's so strong.
Está re lejos. Ay. Llegó pata para allá, ¿no? Vamos a preparar un poquito acá.
Nice and spicy.
Listo.
You want us to jump?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment... I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable. Then if you would, please.
Vale, a ver, tengo que bajar la montaña.
Wait a minute.
Ah, no.
While we're
Bueno,
busy
sí, más
testing,
fácil.
what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me?
Mi mono no salta.
Recording data, responding to risks, providing
¿Por qué no? ¿Por qué no
emotional
abre la
support.
ala?
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
Espera.
No,
No, nada, así que vamos a hacerlo
unless you're thinking of
40 y
conducting
tantos segundos.
competitive
Vamos.
research.
Oh!
Le damos tantos segundos.
Forget Paimon said anything.
Listo. Pues que el mono no salta, man. Listo.
Race you!
Ah, facilito. ¿Y dónde está el veo? ¿Dónde está? Aquí está.
Great work. I've never. Your reputation precedes
But you followed.
me. Actually, if it turns out that if the natural laws of Tavad do affect the innumerable possibilities that this could present,
But how does this help your race?
you've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to, I may be about to make some analogies between you and gold, petrified trees. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly churls? Because you got to see something new and interesting in the
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part,
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you?
of course not. You have been of great assistance to me. Now, before we head back to the campsite, follow me.
Uno había dejado las evaluaciones de lado y ahora toca la prueba de inteligencia. Más encima está más abajo la cuestión. Al vato será pues. Ay, ese loco. Ese loco es fácil de matar. ¿Lo matamos? ¿Lo matamos ahora? ¿Queréis que lo matemos? Ese loco la última vez me costó caleta matarlo. Yo creo que ahora lo puedo matar. Sí, ya, era. Ven para acá. Lo que me carga de este loco son los ataques que tiran. Mira, eso. No, ahí me enredé. Mira, este como que de repente abre el ojo y me carga de una forma. Abre el ojo. Abre el ojo. La pata.
Shadow Raven, let night fall!
Córrele, córrele, córrele. Me atrapa.
By royal decree, out of the fry pan,
Rain outlines your fate.
Roba, get them!
Uy, se la pegué en red. Le dejé bien puesto en el ojo.
Mein Fräulein, should you fall,
Out of the fry pan,
Ahora me he quitado la mitad ya. A puro golpe en vez de arco. No, no tengo energía para volar. Voy a curarme un toque. Siento que me pegó un combo. No, no pegó. La pata la... No, la pata casi. Ah, maldita sea. Ah, no, 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 no.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
This realm is no home for a princess.
Ah, uy.
Let me weave you a verse.
Dale, ahí sí, ahí sí. Bueno, este loco te atacaba hasta cuando estaba agachado. ¿No?
Animal test 6308. Nice and spicy.
Creo que alcanzo realmente. No sé si
By royal decree, stand clear.
Au. Terremotos en Chile.
Nova, get them.
Muérete.
Rain outlines your fate.
La cuestión de Morota. Vale, vamos a abrir este primero.
Treasure hunting, a valiant endeavor.
Ah, era un libro. Nah. Era un libro así, venga. 40 protogemas. Cacho. Somos ricos. Au. Ahí sí. Che, no costó tanto como la última vez. La última vez la dejé como a mitad de vida. El loco se regresó a sentar así de nuevo. No me dejaba matarlo nunca. Bueno, aquí vamos en la cordillera de Holanda. Voy a recargar un poco la energía para tirarme para ahí. Y ahora sí. Pam, param, pam, pam. Este me hace recorrer toda la montaña, ¿no? Supongo que acá. Aquí.
I imagine you must have encountered more than... I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test. I'd like you to explore these... There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruins. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. A tried and tested... So, let's see you in action.
Vale. Rompecabezas. Vamos los pibes. Ya a ver qué tengo que hacer.
It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
No, no entendí qué. No entendí. ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Tal vez tengo que juntar los fantasmitas. No sé, no entendí.
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
Ven para acá, ven para acá. ¿Pero ese para dónde va? ¿Ese va para allá? ¿O va para acá? Ah, bueno, tengo que subir, encima. Ahí. Ahí sí. Ya este va para acá. Ay, sí, no.
Nice and spicy.
Detengo sin ratones.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Time to act.
Se tira. No, no, ah, no se muere.
Absorption test.
Au.
Boba,
No
get them.
alcanza a tirar agua. Creo que se murió. Pero quema al otro, hombre. ¿Por qué quema al otro? Que está así lejos.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Se murió.
Race you. Nice and spicy.
Ya, ya. Y ahora necesito el otro de fuego que no cachan ni a dónde está. Ah, ya. Bueno, está parkour. Parkour momento. No llegué, en serio no llegué. Esta cuestión es un parkour. Me voy a morir. No, me voy a morir. Necesito fuego. Córrele, córrele. Córrele, córrele. Ahí sí. Vale, ahora sí. Vale, entonces el truco sería tirarse desde acá. Una, dos. Ah. Que no llego arriba, no. ¿A dónde me tengo que tirar? Tal vez me tengo que tirar desde allá. A ver. Desde acá, tal vez me tiro para allá. Un poco de energía y nos tiramos. Me deseo para hacer una cuestión. Ya, ahora el loco tiene que irse para allá. Anda para allá. No quiero contra eso. Si lo dejamos atrás. No. Ya. Ándale, maldita sea. ¿Y a dónde se fue? Ah, mierda, encima. Me carga ese loco, hay que destruir el escudo para intentar matarlo. Apura, muévete. Listo. Ya, pero hay que matarlo igual. No sé. Ya, tanto. ¿Dónde fuiste?
Rain outlines your fate.
Muérete, luego. Más encima el fuego no le da. Con esa mala suerte.
No ingredients for me today. Boba, get them. Oz, reveal thyself.
Ahora se fue.
Animal test 6308.
No, my sword.
A ver, ¿cómo hago este? Este necesito... Ese fueguito que está ahí, hacerlo así, pero... Tiene que ser algo de sincronización. Tipo activo uno y se activa el otro. Pucha, pero así como van... Creo que tengo que activar este. Después voy por esta ahora. Ay, apúrale, apúrale. Algo así. O sea, tengo que activar este. Ahora.
Time to act.
O no, no, creo que la embarré. Creo que la embarré. Lo activé muy antes. O sea, tengo que activar este cuando... A ver, ahora. Ahora. Ah, aún no recorre más. No, todavía no. ¿Qué hice? No. Ya, pero algo así, algo así. Y si primero activo este. Y ahora activo este. Ahí. Ahí sí.
Time to act.
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out. Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now.
Código.
Let's have a
Voy a
look.
hacer juntar códigos, no.
What's this?
Uf.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. There's still a lot to learn about them. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them.
Another thing for... Seems like if you want...
I've
Quiero
truly gained... Let me return
Quiero
to the
saltarme todo
campsite
el
first.
diálogo.
By the time you get
Este
back,
juego es basado
I
en
may
diálogo.
just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Demora mucho. Así.
Paimon's kind of looking forward to seeing the results of... Unless you can think of...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that...
You...
I most certainly did not. And I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high, she can't even see over the top of it.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you... I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchem...
No way! Paimon would have...
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into...
So... What are you gonna do?
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on...
But we don't need...
That much is... But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then, all things considered, I deem... Which is what I was hoping. I would have been...
Over...
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh.
¿Cuánto falta? Listo. Ayer tengo que ir a buscarlo en el mapa. Ando para allá y para acá, ando para allá y para acá. No termino nunca. Y el peor lugar que no me gusta el juego es esta montaña asquerosa. Que no tengo otro experimento.
You're back. Good timing. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way? Time for the results. We got a myriad of but the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is...
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our...
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident. Have you ever considered that the world of Tevat may have a natural... I mentioned the natural laws of this world. The only other life form that... But... After imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something is not nurturing otherworldly life. It would seem that that's as far as we go.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed.
Life is a manifold tapestry, a short life. So, do you understand what I meant about us
Huh? Don't be Albedo.
Thank you both. Even if dispelling loneliness, your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean, at the time I've spent in the future, if the need arises, well...
Hicimos. Sí. No.
I made a point throughout of telling him, but what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfection. If, one day, I lose control, destroy, can I rely on you to stop me?
Justo.
Hey, let's go see Timaeus. Paimon has a favor to ask him. It'd be great if we could catch Sucrose and Albedo too, but they seem really...
Hicimos la misión, ¿no? Vale, ahora tengo que irme a la punta del cerro. Ah, aquí hice. Tan larga la misión, por Dios. Vale, pegué.
Hey, Timaeus! Is that Albedo? Why is he leaving?
Hey, it's the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello, you two. It's been a long time. Were you having a
Just a regular
he didn't look... Yeah, he wasn't upset. I wonder if Timaeus' research topic is...
Surely not.
Nah. Anyway...
A favor?
Well, Paimon found a bunch of super... Paimon was thinking maybe you could make a device that you put fruits in and it turns them into juice. That way...
Oh, yeah, I'm a...
Huh? See?
Paimon.
I'm sorry. It doesn't sound like it falls within my area of expertise.
Whoa, your tone is so calm, but your words are so terrifying.
Well, as you know, my focus is on bioalchemy. Besides, keeping things fresh forever is... Alchemists usually focus in on their own research areas. Take us, for example. Timaeus, Paimon, your idea is very imaginative. I don't think even Albedo can make such an incredible device. After all... Huh? In fact, of course, we know better now. But even then, I have to... Paimon just wanted... Oh, of course, these are just Timaeus' and my subjective opinions on the matter. But I wouldn't get your hopes up.
He won't. Albedo is not that kind of person.
Hey! Unless he specifically says otherwise, then let's go to...
Oh my god, no pasa nada. Ay, no, de nuevo. La montaña no. La montaña no. Che, el Amber.
This looks lively. What's the occasion?
Hey, Traveler in Paimon. Fancy meeting you all the way out here.
Amber? Cyrus? Howard?
Oh, the
I agree. I feel much better with the Traveler joining us. Definitely the kind of person you want to have around in a tight spot.
De Santa Claus, loco.
Oh,
Con el
right!
traje.
The Adventurers Guild is, as you know, our members. So, we meet now.
Loco, me cagan los diálogos de este juego, son tan
Is the
largos.
Adventurers Guild short on experience?
Well, that's part of it, actually. The other reason is, when I heard he lives here on the camp, so I know. I totally sympathize with how much Joel...
Aww.
Anyway, I wanted to do something to cheer Joel up. It also gives me a chance to stay here for a while. Aw, really? Let's go meet up with Joel then. Hey, Cyrus, we've got to take...
No problem.
Me gusta, me
Body and mind.
encanta el loco. Cabro chico. Ah, este el cabro chico que se le murió el papá. Ese peito.
Hey, Joel, we're here.
Hi, everyone. Are you here to build a snowman too?
Build a snowman.
Cuestión. Ah, esta es la Eula.
Oh, sorry. This is Eula, the Spindrift Knight and captain of the Knights of...
Amber, you're being far too formal. The child is never going to... Please, just call me Eula.
Okay, Auntie Eula.
Auntie... Eula.
Uh-oh. Eula's gonna add the...
All right, if that's what you want to call me.
Whoa.
Amber, what's this I hear about a snowman? I came to assist because you told me the...
Yeah, that's something else. But look, Joel's at the age where he used to build snowmen with his dad. And since his dad's not... Besides, Eula, it's gotta be more fun than taking it. Let's combine our forces and build ourselves...
Yep. Come.
Auntie Eula, are you? If so, it's okay.
No, nothing like that. My mind...
Then let's get started. Joel and I will be on one... Hey, Joel, see that huge...
Yeah, let's do it.
Parece Dora la exploradora.
Wow. It's hard to tell. Hey, what's up with you two? Why are you just staring at each other without saying it?
Well... Joel probably hasn't spent much of his life in the city. He doesn't know me. And he doesn't know what the Lawrence...
Right. That's why he calls you...
True. In his eyes, I'm just another ordinary person from... It was a surprise, but not in a bad way at all. Indeed. That's the thing. I have never built a snowman before. My upbringing... And after I grew up, of course.
Oh, no. Paimon started...
You sound confident. Enough small talk for...
Greetings. We have a
Ay,
slight
no le
problem
sigue.
here.
Que una
We
hora
thought
desde la
ahead,
misión
but it
antigua
turns
y
out
ahora
we
pasa
have
una
an
hora de
odd...
esto.
How it happened was, we originally asked Fischl to be in it. Thank goodness.
Oh, hello.
In that case... Fine. But...
Huh? Pay for what? Okay.
Good, good. If anybody else signs up later, I may have to ask for your help as well.
Why did you give the spot to Eula? Oh, to be honest... Oh.
Maldito diálogo, no empieza nunca. ¿Y cómo fue corriendo tan rápido? ¿Cómo? ¿Qué hacen esto? Pucha la... Soy medio pavo yo. Ahí sí.
Only when it snows like this would I prefer to be at home than in a bookstore.
Strange. Did we get here too late?
Ah, la asusta. Ah,
Hurry!
¿en qué cuestión? ¿En qué suena el momento? ocurren ni los personajes. Bueno. Qué tan largo era la cuestión. No, pero yo no quiero ver. Ya pasó de largo, no. Dejen piola. Déjenme piola, ya brinco ni lo vas a ver pelear ni nada. Para popón, para popón, para popón.
The sound just completely stopped. How could that? Oh.
I know that voice.
Huh?
What brings you to Dragonspine?
Oh.
All along.
On the way here, we kept hearing weird noise. Honestly, you.
The things you felt and... So, what business brought you here?
We actually came.
You...
Hey! How dare you!
Oh, is that so? Then it must surely be something of great importance.
He seems to be in a better mood than we thought, right? Does that mean? Huh.
That's okay if you can't tell me about it. Just treat this as an opera.
So big.
Los diálogos, por Dios.
Ah, I see. So, you foisted the rookie off onto Eula, so...
We're not goofy. What about you, then?
A friend commissioned me to do some artwork recently, and I have yet to finish.
Raw material.
Paint. Star silver can be used...
Or it can be...
Yes. Even with a high level of...
Interesting.
You want to learn to paint?
No. During our travels, painting is a great example. Yep. What?
Not a bad idea. Well...
80% diálogo, como 20% pelea.
Oh, she'll be fine. Come on, let's go.
Ay, ¿dónde van? Yo otro. Esa es la cara.
Body and mind.
Cacha, estábamos en otra misión y ahora estamos en la misma en grande. Bueno. ¿Qué tiempo pasó acá?
It's gotta...
Some things are missing.
Nothing valuable, hopefully.
It's hard to say their value. Some of my alchemy notes are missing.
Alchemy notes? Would they fetch a high price?
To the uninitiated, they are merely scraps of paper. But for someone who knows what they're...
So you're saying only someone who knows alchemy would have stolen them? But the only people who come to Dragonspine are...
I feel the same way. How... These are...
Footprints?
fresh ones. Meaning our thief can't...
Let's chase him down! We can't let them get away!
From the entrance, the footprints go that way.
Oh, that thieving...
The footprints lead up there.
So they scaled the cliff. Okay, after them!
Oh, no, my sword! Stand clear! Here.
No me disparen, no me disparen, no me disparen. Jijiji. Bajo. Bajo. Vamos a jugar un rato. Uy, este mismo no quiero soltarme nada.
Footprints on the snow are so
Voy a
hard to
morir.
notice. So easy to lose track completely.
That's why we have to hurry.
Come at me.
Vamos, la corta, vamos, la corta, vamos, la corta.
Unexpected outcome.
Corta, corta, corta. Chuta, chuta, no. Me caigo, me caigo, me caigo.
Poor thief must have jumped from the cliff. Get your wind glider ready. You're going down.
Tengo que bajarla ahora. No tengo energía.
Here, more footprints.
They're heading to the cavern. Let's go in.
Wait, I'll go in alone. Traveler, this cavern has 2 points of entry.
Cut him off at both.
Whoever apprehends... Still.
We'll be fine.
Okay. See you, of course.
I wonder if Albedo found the thief. Really? Why don't we find something... Oh! Look at all that stuff. It's right next to the cavern, so yay! Let's get... This stuff looks kinda lackluster. Is that because of the impurities like Albedo was talking about? Hey, this one's not bad. Alright, this should be enough. Finally, you're back.
Yes. Sorry. I was unable to catch...
Oh, so after all, still, we won't... Yeah, for Star Silver. It's just like you said.
Star Silver. I was merely saying what was on the front of my mind.
Well, you said they can be turned into paint, so we got
Siento
pretty
que tiene doble
curious.
personalidad, o no sé, medio pavo, no sé, el albeo enojado y el albeo no sé.
Anyway, it's up.
Yes, it's... The notes mean a lot to me.
Oh, there's no point in bringing the back.
Indeed. Useless things.
Right, saves a lot of...
Help! Help!
Wait, did you guys hear that? It's likely an adventure indeed. Okay.
Ay, esta cuestión me muere mucho. Vamos a quemarnos las patitas.
The voice was definitely coming from around...
Is anybody there? Help me!
No way! Is
El
that...
Bennett.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? It's me, Bennett!
Whoa! It's really him! Let's get him at...
So sorry to trouble you guys again. The key should be someplace near...
¿Cómo? ¿Y qué no la puedo quemar? Si la quemo, ¿qué pasa? No, pero estúpidoso, para allá. Para acá, estúpido. Es medio estúpido el oso. Necesito la llave, ya entra llave.
Wow! So much clutter!
I'm sorry to trouble you. This is all my fault. No, I'm...
¿Dónde está la llave? Allá.
Uh-oh! We got company!
No.
Flash frost.
You're toast!
Ow.
Help! Dinner is attacking
Ow.
me!
Freshness preserved. I will enchill to the bone.
¿Por qué? No, se muere. Se muere. ¿Qué estoy haciendo?
Waste time. It's no problem.
Un H. Un H.
Ring cutter!
By royal decree! At the frying pan, into the fire! Boba, get them!
Body and mind. Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Stand clear. A minor error.
Siento que me van a matar los personajes. ¿Cómo? Encima se muy caleta.
Witness the power of Guwa. Know my sword.
Animal test 63. Boba, get them! By royal decree. Absorption test.
No se muere.
Body and mind.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Listen this quickly. Animal test 6308.
Know my sword.
Muérete.
So they kept the key with them. Huh. We were searching around for nothing.
Oh, finally, I'm out.
Ahora el poder del
If
diálogo.
only there hadn't been.
Bandit?
I won't bore you with the rest of the.
Yep.
You did? I know they were
So what are you doing?
Did you hear about the razors? But now I've been stuck here for so long.
If so,
What? Weren't they short?
a few people.
Knights of Favonius.
Right. Besides, after all,
Really?
fish shield. Hey, wait a second. Where'd Albedo go?
Albedo?
No, he. Let's go back to the.
Sí, estoy encerrado. Vamos a bajarlos acá.
Nice and spicy.
Bueno, que gusto, un traspaso toda la jaula. Un traspaso toda la jaula.
Race you.
Recargamos energía y nos tiramos. Medio larga la historia, ¿no? Llevamos cuánto.
Still no sign of Albedo.
Qué gusto, se volvió.
This is great!
This was where we heard Bennett's cry for help, right? We heard its voice.
Wait,
What are you talking about?
Albedo?
I should be the one to ask you that. Didn't I tell you to...
Huh?
I'm not really following who was waiting for who and who was. I apologize, Albedo. I don't full.
No. Bennett, this is not because of you. Traveler, clear this up for me. What was the reason?
There you are. Stay right there.
What? Me?
Huh? You up?
Yes, that's what I would be doing. If I hadn't been Albedo, I saw you taking Joel towards the wasteland at the edge of Dragonspine.
Whoa, wait a second. What?
When I came to stop you from leading Joel any further, your first reaction was to throw the child down and attack me. When I fought back, you quickly fled. Care to explain?
I see.
Interesting.
You, it sounds like you met an imposter. Someone who...
Impersonating.
It is difficult to draw a definitive conclusion for now.
Your alchemy notes were stolen. Can the Traveler and Paimon testify that the three of you were...
Yes, we can.
As things stand, I don't have any reason to harm the child. Whoever you met is likely to be both the thief who stole my notes, of course. It's entirely natural for you to be skeptical of my story. I was separated from the Traveler and Paimon for a significant duration while we were... But the Traveler and Paimon can at least testify that
Albedo, do you have any...
I don't have any enemies. And there is insufficient evidence to assert what happened with any certainty at this point. Give you... I won't discourage your ongoing suspicion of me if you can't believe my story. Though, naturally, I would hope you can afford me some credibility. Traveler, Paimon, Bennett, if you are willing, I welcome you to monitor my activities beyond this point so that you can act as my witnesses. If I am what this imposter wants, he will come.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. As preposterous as your claims sound, I will keep Joel safe. If you need...
You have my gratitude.
As far as Amber goes...
Eula! Eula! Where are you?
Amber, we're here...
Eula! Oh, and Traveler Bennett, I'm glad I ran into you here. Cyrus was telling me you still hadn't shown up. He was getting...
Yeah, I ran into...
Sure thing. Well, now that but before that...
Between us, there have been a few minor...
Oh, yeah. It's my fault, really. All because of my bad luck.
So, it's all set then? Great! Shall we head back down together?
Sure, I'm ready to go.
Very well. Let's go.
And then there were 3...
Traveler, can we talk somewhere else? There, let's go to my...
¿Por qué quiere ir al campamento? Está más lejos que otra cosa. Loco. Estoy para allá y para acá, la misión no termina nunca. Yo sé que ya dura una media hora, ya 1 hora y media. ¿Cuánto le cachaba una? Vamos a tirar un deseo así por la vida. Me salió una espada. Tachonte, que soy tan inglés. Papam, papam.
My camp is somewhere that we can talk open.
Wow. What a...
Thank you.
¿Cómo ordeno esto?
I've been absorbed in my...
Ah, sí. No. Listo.
Yep, that...
Thank you. But now that
You look real...
I remember I also... I am a...
A synthetic human? What the...
When the pinnacle of attainment in alchemy...
When you say...
I am indeed somewhat older than my appearance might suggest. But when I came into... My master raised me and taught me everything. Like her, I am a pure alchemist. Traveler, what is your general feeling toward Dragonspine? You've visited numerous times now. Rhine-daughter created 2 miraculous beings.
Durin?
As sons of the phenomenon...
Speaking of Durin... Paimon...
That's right. Because of this, whenever strange things happen on Dragonspine, it always makes me wonder. For instance...
Oh, right! Paimon... When you went... But Paimon... Then we heard Ben...
So, it seems that you...
Well, if so... Also...
Perhaps, whether someone... Traveler. Perhaps you should return...
¿Por qué los diálogos son tan largos?
Yeah! We're There's something... Besides, there's no one else in Mondstadt that you can talk to about this. Sucrose and Timaeus don't know... Yeah, don't...
Alright. You were intending... In that case...
We'll be sure to...
Good.
Okay.
Sounds good. But please...
Los diálogos son tan largos. Ah, bueno, tenía como 3 capítulos esta cuestión. ¿Cómo no entiendo? ver. Esta cuestión son terrible larga, ¿no? Me sirve para conseguir protegemos después, no se lo voy. Ah, para eso sí, bueno. ¿Y qué hay? Estas colmillas son... Podría comprarme esta esposa de diente león. Tal vez esta. El refinamiento. Oye, pero el mega liceo son como 3 capítulos de esta misión. ¿Tan largo, eh? Ah, más encima. Más encima. ¿Cuántas cuestiones? Sí, loco, es 1 hora y media, man. Imagínate. Imagina 1 hora y media. Está más largo de lo que es. No, no, está más largo que... Uf, impresionante. ¿Cuánto fue el último que hicimos? O sea, lo máximo. ¿Cuándo fue? Hay uno que dura 2 horas. 2 horas. Creo que es el máximo que dura. No, hay uno que tengo 3 horas. 3. Cacho. 3. Bueno. Dale, lo dejamos acá.